Hey there team. So this was originally not a video I was going to do, but it was just a really slow weekend, unfortunately. Or not so much a slow weekend. I got a lot of games done, but it was just that someone always had to leave, or someone desynced, or lost connection. It was quite unfortunate. So I've got a bunch of kind of half videos that I might piece them all together and just see if I can make something out of it. But this was the only real complete 2v2 that everybody stayed together till the end. So it's a bit different. We're playing on medium unit sizes, so it actually does change up the way you play, and it is kind of funny how I don't know if it is still the case, but I remember it used to be the case that Angmar was just absolutely worthless on the smaller unit sizes. They need it to be bigger, the larger the unit sizes, the better for Angmar. But it might still be the case, or it might not. I'm not sure. I don't really play the Orcish factions too much, apart from during sieges. So I've got Dol Amroth here, and of course immediately they're dirty because they're shuffling about on their horses, but they do still, they still look pretty good. Got these Haven Knights here. I've got the Arotherum of Dol Amroth. This is the first time I had tried them out. Such a small unit size, but 20 charge, and is just about as good in combat as the Haven Knights. So I wanted to see how they were. As I've said before, I usually like to use smaller but more elite cav rather than larger units of cav. The only time the only time I go against that is when I'm playing as Rudar, just because I absolutely love the Dunman Scouts. I think they're just so effective for their price. So I've got these Belfast Marines here. Up the front, two Dol N Ernal, yeah, pikemen, sort of not so much militia pikes, but well armored militia pikes. I've given them an armor upgrade, actually, that's why. Then behind them, I've got a unit of spears, just one today, yeah, and then another unit of Belfast Marines. I'm not as worried about cav as I normally would be, because I have the Haven Knights and the Arotherum. So it's generally anything coming at me, I'll deal with it with my cav, but I always like to have a unit of spears just hanging around. Then the Edhilond Men at Arms, just two of them there, Haven Guard, and then the two Dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan. Now we were going up against we'll see it when it starts. It's Dorwinian, yeah, and then Lothlorien. So Dorwinian and Lothlorien they both have access to elves, and even if they don't have access to elves, they both got, well, even Dorwinian's human archers are pretty good. So I decided to go for something I've never actually done before, and having no archers in this force. I don't really love the concept of rushing, but this is basically my rush army. This is my at least advance very quickly army. Then I did chat to Rohan about that, and we made it clear when we were setting up our armies, we're not winning the skirmish phase. So we kind of, you can see he's gone pretty heavy on the spears, some Westmark spears, Riddermark spears mixed in, Eastmark spears even, and over on the side some Westmark infantry. Has he got the same here? Yes, yeah, Westmark infantry. So yeah, best symmetry on the go here. And he's just got two units of Riddermark archers. Just it's always quite a good idea to get a bit of archers. Then Riddermark Cav, some Aelred of Aldburg, and some. Actually, sorry, is that one unit? It's tough to. Yeah, it's just one unit. It's tough to remember on the smaller sizes. Then the Sons of Eol, and another Aelred of Aldburg, and some more Riddermark Cav. So a lot of cheap Cav. As I say, this is exactly the opposite of what I like to do. Just because my micro is not good enough for it. You do get some people that can take entire Rohan armies, and they can do really well. So this is Ibrahim on my left there, and we'll sort of get started. As always, kind of deployed close to each other. Not I never really deploy, unless I'm speaking to the person directly, I'll never really deploy right on the line. But I always like to be somewhat nearby, and yeah, we'll just speed up. So the Haven Guard, that's where I've got my general, just so that it is probably a sin to play as Dol Amroth and not have your general inside of a cav unit, but it just means I can be you know, I can charge my Haven Knights forward into a hail of archer fire, and I don't have to be afraid that somebody's going to get some lucky shots and take out my general. The Dol Amroth morale is good, very good really, but still don't want to lose my general. So I'll probably slow it right on down for a sec. And you can see our allies, our enemies have not prescribed to the same ideology as we have. They've deployed just about as far away from each other as possible. You can see Nex down here. He's gone for some Elvillain marksmen. Everything's shuffling about, so I should be able to catch sight of things now. Elvillain Vineguard up there. Some Merquindi Pikes. Some Hammer Guard. And the Glade Riders. Now I think there is still some other stuff mixed in, which I'll try and spot. He's definitely got some of the glaives here and there, some glaive masters and such. And overall, and all the way over here, we have Lothlorien. Nope, that's me. Whoops. There we go, over here. Yeah, we have Lothlorien by Giwun, yeah. So, archers, more archers. As I say, I'm not beating this archer. That's 4 units of archers, and they're all Lothlorien archers, so it's not a chance. Spears of the Wood, Spears of the Wood, Spears of the Wood, Spears of the Wood. So definitely cheaped out on the infantry a bit. More Spearmen, and Axemen, and Axemen. I guess, you know, he's playing up against Dol Amroth and Rohan. He feels he's going to be facing off against massive amounts of cav, so that's fair enough. Oh, forgot his... I do that a lot of the times. Definitely forgot his general back there. I didn't notice that. Even if I had sprinting a unit of cav, I wasn't going to make that for a charge. Could have scared him a bit. And then he's got a ballista in the back here. He's sprinting these riders over, which is a good plan. So he's got an amazing position here, and this is when you've really got to kind of make a tough decision. Do you rush to assist your ally? Because right now, you know, I just said to him, yeah, let's go bully Dorwinian. There's no need for us to charge uphill at him right now. So 2v1, absorb Dorwinian, and then turn around and deal with Lothlorien. You know, this is not a timed game here, so why not? And so he's got to make the decision. Does he move to assist Dorwinian, or does he just stay in his exceptional position and prepare himself to 2v1 us after we deal with Dorwinian? And it's a difficult decision to make, you know. But he's done something which is quite good, and he's at least sent his cav over. This is why it's quite nice to bring, say, 2 units of cav. So even if you are deciding to be defensive and hold position, you can take 2 units of cav and just micromanage the heck out of them. But Dorwinian is not too chuffed about the idea of 2v1ing us. So he is making his way up. I don't know why. I'd like to know why he thought of deploying down here. You know, this is just, if anything, you know, here where you do have a bit of sort of at least even footing. Whereas down here, you've got to climb up that hill and move up to normal speed again. Yeah, I do. I love the Dorwinian units. Purple is a big like favorite color of mine, and I think that's, yes, this is where he's got his general inside the Hammer Guard. Quite a small army, really. I thought there was more to it when we were fighting, but very very good quality. Like there's nothing poor quality here, but still. It's not too big. 20 pikes, yeah, no, that's it. So, I see this unit here, opening fire, and I just get both my units of cav and start rushing them. When you've got 2 units of melee cav, you can try to like start shepherding and trapping people. You know, because it is very difficult to chase down a unit of horse archers, especially a unit of horse archers as fast as the riders of the Golden Wood, with a standard unit of melee cav. And this is really where Dol Amroth's strengths start to show here, because say if this was a unit of like mercenary cavalry, they would be getting picked apart by these archers, even with an armor upgrade and everything. It's, of course, when you're rushing around you can't really pick your targets, but it's just unfortunate that his men were targeting the Aratherum there, because the Haven Knights, as armoured as they are, actually sorry, yeah, Haven Knights do have shields. Yeah, I was wrong there. Yeah, so I start to just muck up about there and really get mixed in with my boys. Now, these riders of the Golden Wood will survive a bit, but these are some of the best melee cav in the game, so they are going to get taken out. And he might have his boys on skirmish mode there. You know, whenever I'm in a situation like this, I hate skirmish mode. I can take care of my men better than their internal AI can. So it'll always just, they'll get scared of one unit and run right into the next. It's not good. But these men are still going to stay there. They've still got all of that ammunition. So I really wanted to kill every one of them. And but Dol Amroth has decided to start running. Yeah, this is all he's got. Interesting. Yeah. And Rohan is advancing. I'm coming on in. Now Lothlorien at this point has, it's clear to him that, yep, we are just going to destroy Dorwinion if he doesn't do anything about it. So he's running on down to come and face us. Now this is, I definitely don't want to be getting shot in the back, so I'm starting to get a bit, not so much concerned, but I know that I'm not just going to be able to carry on to Dorwinion. Oh, that was a, yeah, I don't know who, I think I charged him actually. But you can see the glade, oh, these are stalkers, right, they were hiding. Yeah, the stalkers did really well. I think it was just because of how much damage they had taken from the Riders of the Golden Wood, that the stalkers, even in melee, were able to like knock down a few of them. But this is just micro, like he runs a bit away and I just keep chasing him because he's had to look back at his army. Haven Knights, oh good, right, I thought that was an enemy unit. But Rohan really gets stuck in. I want nothing more than to flood around the side and just overwhelm this force, but I can't do that. Lothlorien is coming on in. Now I think Lothlorien expected me to continue on going, but I saw my chance. He was disorganized, I was disorganized, but yeah, I was ready for it. I had a lot more melee infantry, so I was good at being disorganized. So I rushed on forward and started just to make the combat happen. These spears, they're elven spears, but they're not great quality elven spears, and these are, oh yeah, they're a bit of back and forth, no doubt, but my men should win that engagement, especially if I get these Belfast Marines out and get them to throw their stuff first. March Wardens of the Wood, just all these poison arrows taking out my dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan, who I didn't actually call out. I've got 2 units of the dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan. Just absorbing these units, but the Kindred are free to open fire right now. So I'm just getting what's left of these guys. Only 6 units, but on a small unit size, even on a large unit size, 6 units of good charging cav can do a lot of work. They weren't able to get their charge off there, of course. I get around the back of him. He gets around the back of me, but okay, no good. I do enjoy those situations when you get a flank on a flank on a flank. They are spears, but I took my chance there. I just wanted to get in, get out, try to break this position because these Lothlorien units. I felt very good about my chances against the general militia, but it was the Lorinard units that I was more concerned about. Oh, I could have gotten out there so much faster. That was a bad move. What's going on here with Rohan? So this is a very small unit of Dorwinion boys, but they are, and you can see the Glade Guard, we didn't spot them before. The Dorwinion men are going to beat the quality of Rohan. And the Glade Masters, I was looking for them. So, but we've still got a lot of these cav. The Glaive Guard there, again, going to be mincing some cav. And he's got another unit of, no, I think it's just the Glade Riders. I remember Ibrahim was talking about just how he really was surprised at how good the Glade Riders were at just mincing through Rohan's cav. You know, he took so many losses to them. I can't see where that engagement happened, but good. I did manage to run down the Dorwinion general, but with most Western main factions, with the exception of Cardlin, you can generally, losing your general is not going to lose you the game, which is not something you can say for a lot of the orcs or evil main factions. Ah, dear. Okay, the Glade Guard. No, I did catch sight of them. They pulled off a charge though. Damn. Yeah, that will definitely hurt my boys a bit. These archers still got a lot of ammunition left, just hammering into my men. Get what's left of these Belfast Marines, who had taken massive losses to archer fire, as you can see. They have thrown all their javelins at this point, which I don't think they have. Interesting. Why did I charge them on it? I think I ran them here and they were just going to try and throw things. Oh well, yep, good. I did need to answer to these archers because they were killing too many of my men. And oh, that must have been a ballista shot. Yeah, that's not good. I didn't notice that. Yeah, because these men are so bunched up, so a few quick shots with the ballista is not going to be fun for them. Need to spread everything out. That combat is won. I need to get everything spread out now. But what I decided to do here was kind of just ignore the archers. The archers were too far away from me, and if I chased them, he'd just run away, and he's elves, it's faster. So he's just going to keep running and keep running. I need to wipe out Dorwinion. So took my cav, took what units were there, and just tried to keep him busy, chase him away, and deal with that ballista, of course. Glade Guard here, easily going to wipe out these spearmen, and they're already outmatched by the kindreds. So get pikes again to slow them down. I just want to flank around these hammer guard. Like, these are just 4 guys that don't get their blimmin' lances down. That's unfortunate, but still charge from the back, scaring them a bit, shaking them. Get the pikes in. Get a few infantry around behind them. They should be, yeah, fighting to the death there. So that's good. Glade Guard is so much faster than me. You know, this is something that a lot of newer players kind of struggle with when it comes, like, they see pikes moving toward them and they forget that you can just walk away from pikes. You know. Yeah. So he saw that engagement wasn't something he wanted to do, so he just went around me. And that's forcing me to take these shots at the back. My armor is going to do something for me, but no shield and getting shot from the back is never fun. Even it's still close because there's still some good quality men here from Dorwinion. You know, we've still got the Glade Masters and you know, these Merquindi pikes. They'll devour my pikes. He's down sort of his Renamark cav. A lot of his good quality cav, as I said, was beaten by his enemies. You know, well, they're sort of lancing melee cav hybrids, just very squishy to archer fire. These riders, as I said, there's 4 of them left, and they can just fire every shot that's left in that unit. So yeah, you can just have them sat on fire at will, and just have them going for it, and they'll be a real pain in the ass. Because every one of those arrows, you know, their accuracy is great, and every one of those arrows is probably going to deal a good shot of damage. Got the dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan, attacking these Kindred. They'll hold their own relatively well, because they're a good quality unit, but they're not going to beat this. These are Elven elites right here, but hopefully they can just hold them, and charge after charge, I can kill the general there, and you know, slowly deal with that force. These archers are out of ammunition now, so they're coming down at me. One Glade Guard left there, just going to be getting some backstabs at me. They might not last too long, they're wavering. Another unit of archers coming around for the big flank. I've got my Haven Knights here. Now this is something I needed to deal with this unit, but it took me too long to realise these guys were much more useful over on the actual battlefield right here. This doesn't matter so much. You know, this is something I could deal with after the fighting ends. So I'm just, you know, these are 12 good quality cav. Could be just, you know, they've got a small charge, but just cycle charging or just mincing some units like these guys. They are routing now. It's kind of strange they all lost one guy in their routing, but I guess the Haven Guard are scary, and they probably got stabbed in the back once or twice, so that's fair enough. Elvelyn Marksman will do something, but not really against Haven Guard. They must have some units of quality mixed in there, because my Haven Guard kind of struggled for a sec. There's a few Glade Masters. Yep, so, damn. Yeah, they just look great. I think this is something about the new patch, like everything just looks so beautiful. Everything looked good in the last patch, but no. And that is Rohan. Yeah, Rohan, this is what Rohan has left over here. He's got some Westmark infantry. These Merquindi pikes just getting around good, he's doing the right thing. Archers just basically take their focus from the front Ah, right, he's got these guys just sat here, he's not able to pay attention to them. If he grabbed these guys and went on the attack, he'd mince these archers in 2 seconds, but Westmark infantry behind you. So, probably what would be best, you grab them, fight the Westmark infantry, try and just tank the damage from the archers, ignore them, and then once these guys rout, turn around and deal with them. That looks like that's Lothlorien's general taken out, so that's good. Few of the Glade Guards still standing over here. Yeah, they're gonna... Oh, these archers are holding it really well. And, yeah, Haven Guard, no shield. Yeah, it's the Haven Guard that don't have shields. I was getting confused between that and the Haven Knights. Hey there team, very sudden place to cut, but I just had to go and help with redecorating my sister's room. So so that was about 4 hours ago that I was recording this, and I remember what was going on. But yeah, I debated just starting afresh, but no, I quite liked how I began this, so I'm just gonna try and continue and pick up where we left off. So we're at 87 of ours for 84 of theirs. It's not looking great at the minute, but we've still got 3 of my cav, 3 very exceptional lancers that are very tired, and still got these Haven Knights. They're cutting away at these Lorinand archers, getting taken out a bit, but I'm just wanting to keep them focused, keep them away from the rest of the fighting, because these guys will be beneficial in melee, and we need to, well, yeah, want to stop them firing too, especially against the back of my pikes. Oh, yep, good. Chasing away these marksmen. Yep, so they have they've routed off, and they're not going to be coming back, I don't think. They're just pestering my backs there, but what I'm trying to do is get to this position here. This is the last real holdout of Dorwinian strength, and mixing among that, we've still got some Glade Guard, we've still got some Merquindi pikes, and then of course the Avellan infantry are Avellan Vine Guard there. Not really something I can muck about with too easily, so I'm needing to get men there. Ah yeah, I'm quite chuffed with this. So he came in, hit my men at arms, they're wavering, exhausted, barely surviving. But if I can just reach them with these pikes and start stabbing away at their backs, I'll be fine. But this is the main, getting these boys in there. I get a few of my Haven Guard in, which at this point, you know, they're just, oh, they did come back. Damn, so 18 men, you know, they did manage to turn around, come on back, so that's a nuisance for us, because they do still have ammunition. But we are tidying up this force, only 4 pikes there, they're totally unable to really form any real formation. The Vine Guard are dropping away, and we managed to save some of the Westmark infantry, which is nice to see. Still, big horde of archers. These Lorinand archers just here, just cutting away at my cav, but they'll hold out, they're so bloodied. And the nice thing is, the enemy does not have any cavalry left. So we're kind of, even though I've got such a small unit there, they've got nothing to really shut them down with. Over here, these Glade Guard, slicing away at these archers. We'll rack up a few kills there. What's left of these Dorwin? Oh no, yep. So they did manage to deal with my little force here, or they escaped from them actually. And they've come down, but I've managed to tidy up this, so I got the pikes turned around just in time. Still archers, and I was quite surprised at just how quickly the balance of power went from, say, you know, it was about here to jumps to about there. And I think that was generally just dealing with those Dorwinian units here, and yeah, I suppose that was the main thing. But it is quite good in the later games. Wow, General is absolutely covered head to toe. Oh, I love that glitch. I always watch out for it when I'm playing the game. It's so fun to see, just spinning around, then being mini-me T-posing. But the fear of that happening to the rest of them causes them to rout. Still 3 Glade Guard there, the Westmark infantry moving in to deal with them. And yes, at that point it's kind of just a tidying up stage. There's still a lot of these archers, which will be still a mess in melee, but it's just March Wardens, and As long as they don't swarm around these pike units, I'll be okay. Glade Guard running on forward, but no, I spot them with my knights. Just come in because I would have been quite interested to see what these 3 Glade Guard could have done to those 8 Westmark infantry. I think they could have maybe beaten them, but no, a quick charge from the back. Even with this anti-cap bonus, they just oh, did they take one out? No. Yeah, I'm only seeing 2 of my riders there. Yeah, there must have been one of them got dropped. Oh no, nope, he's just deciding to observe the conflict. It seems. Good for him. Haven Guard there. Come in and finish it off too. And that was the last unit. So as I say, that wasn't originally a fight I was going to put on, but I just really wanted to put out a video. It's just an unfortunate weekend. As I say, I got a lot of battles in. Got a lot of kind of like fun battles in, but just not really battles I can talk about or really show because but yeah, well, there was one Siege of Osgiliath that I might put on, but it was so grindy and so, gosh, it took about 2 hours to play, which isn't too long, I suppose, but I'll think about it. As you can see there, yeah, lots of exceptional troops from the. I don't know, I had a pretty small army really, but the Dorwinians, really small. I mean, they did well with it, but I guess no, there was that unit of Glade Masters hiding that I didn't spot in the beginning, and there was the unit of what do they call them, stalkers, that popped out of the shadows as well. So, but still, you know, 630 men from a King's Man army, but we were playing on medium unit sizes, of course, or normal, whatever it's called. Haven Guard there, really, yeah, they did their worth. There was just no, apart from the Kindred and the Glade Masters, they were really the only infantry units that could challenge the Haven Guard. And apart from that, the only other way to deal with them would have been a charge from the Glade Riders. And we kind of dealt, well, the Rohan surrounded them, and as I say, lost a lot of men doing it, but did take them out. I didn't manage to catch that. The Dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan, I just felt I needed to get a higher quality unit that could go toe to toe with Elven units in melee, and yeah, like I would have liked to see them do a bit better, but they absorbed the Archer Fire. Like they took the fire, so the men at arms didn't. So it's all right. The Belfast Marines, I spent all of their ammunition on Lornand Axemen, primarily, or Lornand Warriors, the shielded units, and yeah, I would have still liked to have seen them do a bit better, to be honest, rack up a bit more kills than that, because they had good shots when they were firing. But yep, pikes there were great. They didn't really have, the only pikes that Lothlorien can get access to is their exceptional quality pikes, which would have wiped the floor with my Doran Aeronaut pikes, but that would have just been a big investment from his army, and that would have been my first target with my javelins. So no, they did good. And there was just, as I say, there wasn't really anything to counter them apart from the Archer Fire. But they took a lot of Archer Fire, but they had good armor, so it pulled them through. Then all of my men-at-arms units kind of performing pretty standard. You know, I'd say for going toe-to-toe with Lothlorien infantry, you know, I'm comfortable with that. My spears were kind of I needed a unit of spears. So yeah, of course I was going to bring a unit of spears, and if I had known exactly what the enemy was going to be bringing, I wouldn't have. But I always like to have a unit of spears just as I'm advancing up. I guess I didn't have any archers to guard, so maybe I could have gotten rid of them. But yeah, then my Arotherum, first time I'd ever used them, they did pretty damn well. I like the ability to charge away like really well and then still just mince people in melee. And you know, they're just great quality knights, but there's so few of them that, you know, it's kind of spooky, especially on these small unit sizes. You know, I started the blooming battle with about 12 of them, so it was a bit spooky. Haven Knights, though, they did really well. A lot of archers getting cut to pieces. I should have moved them back to the main fighting earlier. You know, a lot of those kills are ballista men and crap like that, but it's something that needed taken out, and they did a very good job of it. That was my first time playing as Dol Amroth back in this new patch, so there's a few changes with them, but generally I could see me playing Dol Amroth the exact same way that I played them before. I don't see any major changes with that, and I don't think there's anything more I need to run through. I will see about getting some more videos done soon. I've taken a bit of a spike in views and subscribers recently, which I'm really happy with. To be honest, it's great to see. It's great to see people sort of watching the videos and crap like that, and I'm really thankful for it. So yeah, thanks much, guys.